Lack of accountability. The first red flag is someone who consistently refuses to take responsibility for their actions. If they're always shifting the blame onto others or never owning up to their mistakes, it's a clear sign they may lack emotional maturity. People who don't hold themselves accountable tend to avoid growth because they don't see a need to change. It might be frustrating to deal with, and trust me, it never gets better. Emotional manipulation. This one's a biggie. If someone is constantly guilt-tripping you, playing the victim, or trying to make you feel responsible for their emotions, watch out. Emotional manipulators know how to exploit your empathy to get what they want, but it's rarely about healthy connection. It's all about control. Inconsistent behavior. One of the most confusing red flags is inconsistency. If someone's personality changes drastically depending on the situation or who they're around, it's a sign that they might be lacking authenticity. They could be trying to fit in, hide their true selves, or they might be dealing with deeper issues like insecurity or a fear of rejection. Either way, it can leave you constantly guessing where you stand. Controlling tendencies. While it's normal to have preferences, if someone tries to dictate every little thing in your life, how you dress, who you hang out with, or what you do with your time, that's a huge problem. Control tactics can be subtle, like passive-aggressive comments or making you feel guilty for doing things independently. But at its core, it's about asserting power over you. Lack of empathy. People who can't seem to understand or care about other people's feelings might be self-centered or have a personality disorder, like narcissism. This is especially problematic in relationships because empathy is key for emotional connection. If someone dismisses your feelings or is constantly indifferent to others, it's likely not a healthy dynamic. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious red flags. It's when someone manipulates you into doubting your reality, memory, or perception of events. They might say things like, "That never happened," or "You're overreacting." Over time, this can make you feel confused and insecure. It's a tactic designed to shift blame and keep you in the dark about what's really going on. Extreme jealousy. Jealousy is natural to some degree, but when it crosses the line into possessiveness or unhealthy obsession, it's a red flag. If someone is constantly questioning your interactions with others, checking your phone, or trying to limit your social life out of jealousy, they might have deep insecurities or trust issues. It can turn toxic very quickly, so pay attention if you start feeling like you're being controlled by jealousy. Avoidance of conflict. Now, avoiding conflict might sound like a good thing on the surface, but when someone is always dodging difficult conversations, it can be a red flag. If they shut down or completely avoid addressing problems, they could be avoiding responsibility or afraid of confrontation. It's important to have open communication, and if that's constantly being shut down, it can lead to unresolved issues and resentment. Overly self-centered. If someone is constantly talking about themselves, never asking about you or showing interest in your life, it's a sign of self-centeredness. While some level of self-focus is normal, people who are overly absorbed in their own needs and desires might not have the emotional bandwidth to consider others. This often leads to one-sided relationships where your needs are neglected. Constant need for validation. If someone is always seeking compliments, reassurance, or external approval to feel good about themselves, it's a sign of low self-esteem. While everyone needs a confidence boost from time to time, excessive validation seeking is a form of dependency. It can be exhausting to constantly prop someone up who doesn't feel good about themselves unless others tell them they're great.